This is a reminder that on Saturday, November 19th, Let's Play at Novora Autism will be hosting an Extra Life charity webcast to help raise funds to benefit the McMaster Children's Hospital and the Children's Miracle Network. Look forward to seeing you then as we support this wonderful cause. We know it'll take us some time in order to get stuff transitioned over completely from where we currently have our house to where we're going to eventually be. But, as you will soon see, there's not much left to speak of in our current location. So with that in mind, greetings people of the world, Matthew back with you here in Novora Autism for another edition of the Tales of Eorzea vlog here on Final Fantasy XIV's Exodus server. So yes, the transition has already begun in earnest for our free company for when we ultimately convert the house that we've claimed in the Goblet to our new free company house. And having put Cynthia Shantae, who's changed her name earlier this week, and Mitri as well, who have also tasked with doing this, they've already begun in earnest moving all the stuff that was over here, including our fireplace, our like big campfire, our hatching tide egg tower, and our Leviathan fountain. The 2 Valentine's Day love cauldrons are gone, all moved over. The only thing that's really left is the chocobo stable here in the front yard, as well as our mailbox, and of course our Wraithroid, because we still want to make sure that that stays here for people who want to keep coming over here. But yeah, let's go back into the estate. Let's go back into our house and show you what's going on. Because yeah, it's not just that stuff that's getting moved. A lot of other stuff's getting moved too. Our furniture is gone. The Orchestrion's been moved, as well as our armoire and our unending journey, which allows you to watch the previous cutscenes. Cynthia, I will say hello to you because you did say hello to me. Let me get my keyboard just so we can give you a hello, but we're not. But I'll have to let you know that I'm recording. I'm recording the vlog right now. But hey, it's always nice to give a shout out to our FC. And then downstairs, as you can see, it has been completely gutted. Like, there's nothing left down here other than the fancy Shiva chandelier. But that's pretty much it. All our crafting stations have been moved over, as well as all of our furniture. That's all been moved out of this place. And so because of it, it's now all taking up space in what will ultimately become our new house. I mean, they've still left the important stuff. They've left the food, they've left the merchants over here, as well as the summoning bell for our retainers and the crystal bell to summon Jandalan whenever we need him. So yeah, as it stands right now, let me show you where exactly, how much of it, what it all looks like when it's moved over to our, what will be our new house. So let's go over to the Goblet. And we'll show you what it all looks like in its current position. Obviously, since we're going to be eventually converting it to a free company house, what you see all over here is obviously not going to be in a permanent position. And while it's actually raining in Ul'dah, this is not something you see very often. In fact, it's very rare given that it's a desert location, but hey, at least it'll keep the grass nice and green, which is nice. So yeah, all of our stuff is from the front yard is moved over here. So now, and Cynthia and Mitri are chilling out in the front of the campfire. So yeah, we'll have to go and sit down with them eventually, as well as our striking dummy is also here. And then, in addition to that, once we go inside, you'll see we have our orchestra here, as well as our furniture. Not a fan of this music. Like, I know it's a pretty good song, but let's go with something more appropriate. Yeah, something to remind us of where we're coming from to where we're ultimately going. Yeah, it's not necessarily the best music to play for this. So yeah, here's our Unending Journey book. We have our Triple Triad board 2. That's also been moved. Our cupboards. They brought in a second crystal bell for Jandalaine. Not sure why they did that, but whatever, you know. Yeah, our portraits over here. We've also moved our stuff from the Rising. Our clock is over here. Like, you never really saw our clock if you haven't been watching the vlogs at all, or the live streams, but yeah, here's where it's been moved to. And then here's where all our furniture is, as well as the rest of our artwork. And how do we get two pictures of Hildebrand in the same house? Like, I don't know about you guys, but we don't necessarily need two. So yeah, let's take this one away. I'm sure everyone loves Hildebrand, but we can't necessarily have two people or two of the same picture in the house, you know? Yeah, like one is enough. But yeah, here's where everything is, and in addition, we've also added 2 new crafting stations. Like, we had our Armorcraft Forge, our goldsmithing bench, our leatherworking bench, and our loom was stuff we've already moved over from the Free Company house. But Cynthia also invested in a smithing bench, so we can also make weapons as well, which is obviously going to be a big deal for us. And then, knowing that we could add a 6th station because of the nature of the size of our house allows us to have 6 stations for crafting, I went ahead and got a cooking stove as well, because Cynthia's really been wanting to use her culinary skills as much as possible, and so I've given her the opportunity to be able to utilize this. Because she's already given me a lot of food, so much so that it's actually clogging up my inventory. just to give you an idea of how much food she has given me. But yeah, she's definitely been making the most of the resources available to her, and she is certainly not wasting it. So yeah, in addition to all that, something that was also really nice that happened this week was that my former second-in-command, Sully Wally, actually came to pay us a visit on Friday. And it was the first time we actually got to see him since he left his free company to go join another one. And so we had quite the substantial conversation with him. And we talked for quite a while. Myself, Mitri, Cynthia, and Shantae, who's now known as Kunayuto, we took it upon ourselves to have a good conversation with Sully. And we're really happy that he's doing a lot better than he was when he left our free company as far as his real-life health and well-being is concerned. Because that was for all of us, that was our greatest concern when he was in his last days with our FC and when he left, too. Because we were all concerned about his health and well-being. But thankfully, he is starting to turn the corner and things are getting much better for him. And so we can only hope that he will continue to remain that way as time progresses and that things will continue to improve. And we certainly encouraged him that if things ever get rough or if things with his current FC don't go as he planned, he can always come back to us because he was always among family here and we greatly appreciate the support that we've been able to give him. But he wasn't, of course, he left a couple weeks ago, but Olivier has also decided to leave our free company as well. He did this last month. He was originally intending to establish his own free company, and now he has officially done that. And so he has established his own free company, and he really wanted to have a free company that would where he could find more people that were more closer to his demographic because he's French Canadian. So he was really hoping to be able to find more people here on Exodus who could be also French Canadian and who would be willing to join his free company. So one of the things I've discussed with him is that when we've saved up enough money to convert this place into an FC house, we've promised him that he will have the plot that we will be leaving behind in the lavender beds, so that he can use it for his own FC, and that he'll be able to get a good run going and help to get his numbers up there and really get some support. So I'm really hoping that'll work out because over with Mathia and over on the Hyperion server, there is a very prominent French-Canadian free company there, so it's my hope that Olivier will be able to find the success, similar success, with his free company when he really starts to get going. And of course, having a house will certainly help him out. So we have promised it to him, and we'll make sure that he actually gets it. So we're really looking forward to not only helping out ourselves, but also him as well as he ventures on his new endeavor. And of course, he'll always be welcome among us, even though he has started his own free company. So we're really looking forward to creating another good partnership and really starting to branch out in that regard. So suffice it to say, a lot happened this week at Tales of Eorzea, and obviously as we continue to prepare for the transition to convert this house to an FC estate, it will be good to see how this will benefit us going forward. So that's going to do it for this edition of the Tales of Eorzea vlog. And always remember that if you have a character here on Exodus that needs a free company, or if you're looking to create a character here on Exodus and you need a free company, just come and search us out and we'll be happy to have you come join our ranks. So thank you very much everyone for watching this edition of the Tales of Eorzea vlog, and until next time everyone, this is Matthew at Overall Autism saying take care, and I'll see you soon.